Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Moji. I welcome you today. And this is a program where we tell our life story. We tell stories about where we've been and how we have our work with God or in different fields of life. And today I have one of my good friends, Kayode Ogushola, but we call him Oppress the Guy. So today we welcome you, Kayode. Thank you for taking out time to have this conversation with me. I believe we'll learn a lot from you. So I'll start by allowing you to introduce yourself, what you do and where you live.
My name is Kayode Ogushola, Command, of course, formerly of Scorpion House. It used to be Tiger House initially, then it became Scorpion, I think, at end of year one or so. Where do I live is an interesting question. I live in the States. But honestly, I have some footprint in the UK, in Europe, and then also I do some stuff in Nigeria. But I'm in the States. Physically, I'm in the States, yeah. What else? So what do I do? I do a number of things, quite honestly. But my day job, I'm in technology. I'm a technology consultant, effectively. Yeah, I do all sorts of stuff, to be honest.
Okay, can you just tell us all sort of stuff? Yeah, we just want to know.
Yeah, my sister. So I'll be very open and honest. Okay, so I'm a consultant in technology. I'm a solutions architect. I design systems for multinationals, banks, financial companies, those sort of entities, people that, companies that have like a global footprint where business critical data or systems are very sort of key. So I'm in design, effectively. I'm in that part of IT. Okay. I have a number of interests, investment interests, I put it that way. So I've done something, I'm doing something in telecoms, I moved to the States a few years ago. We started a chain of, well, hopefully it will be a chain very soon, but sort of a dry cleaning business. Yeah, I'm also into publishing with a friend of mine. So I dabble across the place. Yeah, but different streams. I do property as well in the UK. So.
Wow, as I say, you're a man with many coats, right? Or a coat of many colors. I'll put it that way.
People's coats. I share people's coats.
Okay, can you just share with us your educational background? Because I mean, if you can do all of this, what have you? I mean, I would like to know. We left command. We all left command as children. But where have you been since then? What have you done? The schools? What have you? Qualifications?
Okay. I try not to speak about this, but since you ask. Okay, so since command, I went to UI, to University of Ibadan. I did politics there. I've been to University of Westminster where I did my postgraduate in systems design, which is why I'm in solution architecture. I've done an MBA, which was in Cranfield University in the UK. I just finished a law degree, in fact, last month from University of London. So, and I've done some programs, Harvard, here, there, everywhere. So, yeah. But I learned something, to be honest. I learned something a while ago. It's called lifelong learning. Okay. A lot of people stop education sort of after their sort of bachelor's or master's. But if you think about it in terms of if education itself prepares you for industry, yeah, then the more you educate yourself over time, there's a nexus there between education and attainment in industry. It happens. The more they say knowledge is power, but knowledge also is money, to be honest, because people that are at the top, if they see you as an example, wants to, employ people for anything, it will tend to employ in his own like. So what I found is that people on top tend to want people that can understand them. And a lot of times, those on top, other than experience, they're also very educated. So education opens doors anyway. It's just the truth, and they pay you a lot. So I continue to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's I'm going to say that when you talked about and you just finished a law degree, like last month,
That's
and I'm like, someone would think, oh, you're already doing this, you're already doing very well, you already have a job. Why do you need to go back to school? But you already answered that in a nutshell. And you said, it's important we continue to educate ourselves. You can never stop, and that's something I'm hoping everybody would learn from that. We don't stop learning.
Then what you find as well is that you also find that there's always a sweet spot. Okay, you have to say, why will the guy that's in technology, what was he doing in law?
Oh, yes.
One of my most lucrative contracts ever was with Deutsche Bank. Yeah, Deutsche Bank, German National Bank, the global. A law comes into place, yeah, in the EU. It changed a lot of things, but the systems that we're going to implement, which was global, had the compliance and regulatory implication. Yeah. So they needed someone that understood law, as it were, that also understood IT. So there's always a sweet spot, and it was, to be honest with you, I was, it was wonderful. In fact, I told them I was moving to the States. They gave me a carte blanche, move anywhere in the world, just make sure you work for us. So education itself, what I find is it always works. You never know what you find. Yeah. For me, yeah.
That's very important.
Works for me, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you talked about, I want you to talk to me a little bit about, I know to a large extent, I know a lot of what you do, a lot about what you do, but you never know. I can't even say to a large extent. I have an understanding of some of the things you do, but you have this drive, which is something that is very unique to you. I know I always tell myself, Kayode doesn't play. When he wants something, he
some people don't like all of that. So
Kayode is very rugged. He doesn't play. He just goes for it. No, tell me, can there be an experience or something that has made this Kayode like this, that is always going for things? You talked about becoming a chain of, having a chain of business here in the US. Yeah. I know a bit of it's something to do, but I want to what drives you? What is this motivation? Would that be an event in life or something that has brought about this ruggedness?
I think, to be honest, I think all of us in command, at least are said, to be honest, I think we all have that ruggedness. I remember when I got to command, I couldn't even wash my top. I was, I came from like Corona, butter to my own extent anyway. I didn't know Jack, But, I believe command trained us. It gave us discipline. That thing of waking up in the morning, there's Koboko, you're sleeping, you're a kid effectively at 12. There's RSM is waking up somebody downstairs with Koboko and you jump off the bed. When I first got married, when I met my wife or got like married, she used to be scared because of the way I used to wake up. I could be asleep in 1 minute and the next second, I actually just jump out of bed. She used to be afraid though. That was going on. Is there a problem? I'll jump. So like, now, I knew that was a command thing, but I don't think it's just me. I think they taught all of us. The thing I've found, very honestly, is this. The environment you find yourself, can accentuate or sort of support the skills you have. Some skills are very good skills. So this is good skills. Being driven is good skills, but how you apply them and the environment you find yourself in. Because at times that drive, as it were, I've learned at times that drive too, in some circumstances, some areas doesn't help. People just want to chill. They want to take it easy. They don't. So you need to understand how to apply yourself in those instances where, here they're just taking it easier. And that place, But what I find is this: I found very early in life that if you have role models as they were, look at them. So one of the first ones I used was Clinton, president of the States. He was from a small state in the States, was Arkansas. He became president. But if you can't read about Clinton himself when he was young, and he was a scholar in Oxford Rhodes, you find a certain kind of traits, you know, I won't say success, but achievements. There's a certain dexterity you must have. Even Trump has that thing. It doesn't really, it doesn't send you. He wants to be this, he just does it.
Yeah.
So there's that thing that you must have that level of I know send, but you have to be careful that it's positive, because it can also stamp you for negativity. Yeah. So positive, I want this, I go for it, I get it. You know, and usually you can make things, not in a bad way, but I think you can make things, you can create your own reality. Yes.
You can create your own reality, but that could
Yeah.
mean something else. You know, somebody's like, oh, that means you want to just live in your own world, which may not always be true, or may not be
Let
the
me give you an
reality.
example. Yeah. But let me give you an example. The Mossad, that's Israeli secret service. They're meant to be one of the most, you know, the most, I don't know what to call it, the most, the number one in the world, you know. There's a motto they have. It says that by deception we make war. You know, so something I've learned from the Israelis is that when they go into the West Bank, they create like settlements. They don't own the West Bank. The UN has said that they don't own it, but they're creating settlements with their people there. A time comes when if there are million people on the land and they're Israelis or they're Jews, no matter the story you have about whether or not it's there, you have to deal with the fact that they're there. So you can create your reality within reason, with you know, negotiate your reality. Let's say you can negotiate your reality as it were. But you have to learn to not give, you know, if I want stuff, I try to get stuff done. Yeah.
That's good. That's very interesting. You know, someone told me that I had a leader once, and he used to tell us that you can't just be sleeping all the time. And I think that's one thing I know about you, how early you wake up. Sometimes I wonder, how do you cope living in one continent and or in one country and working in another, you know? You know, and so I'd like to know, before we get to that, okay, I'd like to know from you, would there be any, you know, I think I asked that before, but you've not answered that, any life event or something that really helped you in life?
To be very sincere, you know, the event I still go back to is I mean, I have my own kind of personal background, all that kind of stuff, but you know, I think I got awareness early in life, awareness of how I can't say I'm not from a rich background at all. I'm from at worst, middle class. But I learned how the same cards that are played in life to people are not the same. Yeah. But you must always play your best hand. It's like when you play cards, you know, you're dealt a card, you know, yeah. At times it's just the fate you have in your own card and how you play your cards in life that determines the outcomes, as it were. So I'll give you an example. I live on principles, yeah. Principle I have is this. Okay, well, the more options I have in life, I create options for myself. The more options I have in life, yeah, the more opportunities I have, yeah. Then if you're not careful, if I invest in options and you don't know what I'm doing, I can guarantee you that in 10 years I will be in a better place than you are. Why? Because I invest in options.
Sure.
You know,
Wow.
a man that has 3 cars doesn't care. I have 3 cars. Well, okay, that one the tires, but this one, there's always a car I have.
Yeah.
But when you don't understand that those options, you must invest in them to be able to use them. So now, okay, fine. I just finished law. Okay, 5 years. It was hard. You know, it's not easy to read when you're old. But you know, law itself, as an example, has a network. It has affiliations. It has its own. It's an industry in itself. I can tap into that in industry as and when I need to. IT is another one too, you know. I invest in people too. I invest in what people have ideas, I invest in them too. I have a friend, I tell him, they can invest in Okini now. Let us invest in it. No, okay, I don't have that time. I said, no, you're not always investing for money. Oh. No, there are times you invest in network. Because a guy comes and says that he wants to launch like a telecoms company. He's brought the idea to you. He needs, I don't know, $10,000 or something. It's not because you are going to make 100,000 you invest in him. No. you don't know where the guy is going to get to. You
Mhm.
join the train. Whether it succeeds or not, that network of those of you that did that thing, it becomes a
Yeah.
resource pool you
Mm.
can use in the future. Some of the best guys when I say best guys, some of the best, when I say investors, some of my most reliable business partners, they are not even my friends as such. If I say, come, let's do this, I know that I don't need to call them every day. They will come because why? We've had joint investments over time.
Okay.
It's not always succeeded, but they, like knows like. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
That,
own
that reminds.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me of what the Bible talks about. Casting for your beds upon many waters. After many days, it will come back.
Yes.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom. Thank you for
That's the
that.
principle I use as well. Yeah. I know. See, it doesn't say put your bread. Bread in Nigeria is what is born into bread. It says cast.
Cast.
Cast means just throw. It means you
Cast.
must throw like aimlessly. People think
Wow.
you are stupid. My wife will look at me and say, "Why are you?" I say, "No, you don't worry. Just calm down. Just because you don't know the one that's going to come back.
Yeah.
And at times when one comes back, it pays for all
For
those ones
everything.
you've lost.
Everything. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I take
That's
risk.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Would there be anything else you would like to, talk to us about? Anything, any advice? When we're talking earlier, we don't know how far this may go. This may just be helping someone that is in, one of the reasons why this program is on is maybe someone is going through something that probably someone else has gone through like 10 years ago. You understand? And just hearing you may be like, that's the way I can do this. Would there be anything, I call it investment, or, you already talked about investing in people and investing and casting out your bed. We talked about that. Would there be anything like, maybe a word of advice, but likely a word of advice or something? Teach us something, give us something.
Okay. I live life by principles because life is very, there's many dimensions to life. A lot of things happen. You're like, this one is new. But I found that, even what we call, is it Owe? All these Owe's, all these parables, they actually work, Even the Bible works. The Bible works for me, honestly. It works not in the religious sense, not in the, you can actually read the Bible as a book of wisdom. Because there'll be, and I believe some things about it, but I believe that everybody's story is in there. You can either live your story accidentally, say Samson, or you can choose the story you want to live. Yeah, you can actually kind of choose your story. But the key point, the thing I'll share is this, in my own sense, I have a matrix, 4 squares that I have, and I revise them from time to time. I can tell you very honestly, I know where I spend my effort, my time, and my resources. Yeah, the 4 dimensions I have. Yeah, my dimensions are spirit, academics, economic, and politics. Yeah.
Spirit,
So
sorry. I'd like to echo that.
Spirits, academics, economics, and politics. So I don't do fitness as an example. I love to, if I have time, yes, but it's not in my dimension. Spirit, as in I do spiritual things. I go to church, I work, whatever, in that sense. I dabble in politics. When I say politics, because politics more from, a lot of us don't like to be engaged. But the stupidity of the guy on top can destroy everything you've been doing for 30 years. So you cannot but be at the table. If you can be at the table, then be there. Yeah. Economics is very important for all of us. Yep. And you don't always have to be the guy with the ideas. At times the guy with the ideas doesn't have the money or the resources, but you always have to learn to be in alliance. Alliance always helps. The more alliances you have in life, America does it a lot. Yep. America is always in every alliance. They're in the one alliance in East Asia, then one alliance in Africa. Why are they always everywhere? Those are alliances, they're networks. So in a sense, the more networks you can open and give value to, the more networks can also sort of take things from. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I've found is this: always find people that can be blunt with you. I remember we've spoken a few times, and I'm very blunt with you. At times you hate me. At times it's not like. But to be honest with you, I like people being blunt with me, because I don't grow because you tell me I'm good when I know I'm good. I mean, yeah, okay, well, so yeah, so I can write, yeah, of course, I know that. That doesn't help me now. It is my gaps that I have that I need help with, and those things are bitter. They're bitter, but they make me think. Yes, now. Why? Because I'm for me, I love those kind of things. But you don't get in 99 people. Some people don't want to hurt you. Some don't, like to be careful. Whatever it is. It may only be 2. At times, it's those 2 you need more than the 99, because they're the ones that will sort of help you graft. But my point is this: alliances are important. And I find that Africans, we are sentimental. You find a white guy, he's your boss or whatever it is, or your colleague. He hates everything about you. He hates your color, he hates your voice, but for the fact that we are working together for an outcome, he'll work with you. He'll sit down with you, work with you. But once you leave that door, he won't greet you. You're like, is that not James? So in the West, they don't mix sentiments with attainment. Yeah. So, but I find in the Nigerian sense or African sense, really, there's a lot of sentiment in our you know what? At times those things cloud us.
Yeah.
So learn to focus on the what's the word? There's the saying I have: don't forget the objective. So somebody, using you as an example, you had a target. If you want to get your target to ABCD, it's not easy, but in a sense, you've overcome the target now. When you are coming to the States, remember we spoke in Abuja then. Looking back at it now, that target is gone. We're now on a new target. But the steps to have taken then, they were not easy steps. Some of them were painful, but you're better for it now. In fact, I knew I'll be in the States now, but now 2 of us are here again. We are now looking at new things. But I didn't give you advice, we didn't talk in terms of serious, yeah. Oh yeah. So I just find that we can gain more from ourselves if we're very honest with ourselves. That's my own, yeah.
So what I get from what you're saying is it's important to have the right kind of crowd, not just people that will hail you, but you also need people that can point out some things to you, because we all need it. Yes. We all need it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I must tell you, I chat with you very often. We talk, we see, but I mean, I've learned something or more than one. Yeah.
There's some things I tell you that you don't like, and there's some things you tell me that I don't honestly like. But you see, it's not about like.
Yes.
I had an auntie once, and something happened with my uncle, and she, and I was very I felt bad. And she said to me in Yoruba, let me try and reconstruct it. Any affair on Lambawi. The people that you really speak honestly to are who you like. People you don't like, if they're going to die, you.
Yes.
But the nature of our nature is that we tend to love those that oppress. At times I don't need them. I need the ones that say, man, you're real quick. Yes, real quick now. Are you serious? Because why? They challenge you to see the area of things you don't see. You ask me a question now. Where do I live? To be honest, I live in the States. But if I want to play the game for you, I live in 3 countries actually. you know. But my point is, why am I there? I'm not there because of sentiment now. It's because there's economic benefits there. You know, I was telling someone today that you don't have to constrain your economics to your presence. You know, he's a CFO in a big company in Nigeria, you know, and he's thinking of, you know, Nigeria, things are going on. I said, yes, fine. Nigeria is good, but don't constrain your economics to where you are. You know, your children are going to go and study in the UK. You can do things anywhere in the world. There's no law against investment. You can invest in Canada, invest anywhere. You don't need to set up that factory in Nigeria. As an example, you know, Dangote owns a sugar company in Brazil. Yeah, those guys, the way they play their game is funny. They do some things here, they do some things in Kenya, they do. We ourselves, even though we're so small, let's try playing those things. Because yeah, let's try.
Great.
Let's try.
Great. Wow, thank you so much for your time. I must tell you, yeah. Thank you so much. I know that, I mean, this will bless someone. This will definitely inspire people, you know. And yes, in conclusion, so what would be your final word, a word of wisdom, a final phrase, something? Yeah.
I want to commend you very honestly. You know, I want to commend your greats. I want to commend your great. This itself, as an example, you know, is innovation. You know, I mean, within all of us are set as an example. You know, no one has done this. This enterprise, this can go many dimensions, even beyond the sets. But this is how things start. You know, but what do we need to make it sort of, you know, perfect? And not perfect, but excellent.
Yeah.
You know, excellence, the aspiration to excellence itself is very attractive. You know, it says, show me a man diligent in his ways, he shall stand before kings and not before mean men. So the principles that you have, I can say to you very honestly, you know, that just bless you. You know, so as an example, I try to support as many people as I can, because I tell you, I also need support at times. And when I carry my phone, I'll tell you a story once. I think I've told you this story now. I think I told you, I needed like 100,000 pounds or so from, you know, I was doing something, I won't go into the details. And it's a big amount of money, to be honest. And, you know, I have a friend that can do it here. And the wife said, call the guy. I said, no, I can. I said, if it was 20 grand or 10 grand, he said, call the guy. 2 days later, I said, call the guy. Call the guy, seriously. Not to seem like I was very, very not listening to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I called my friend, though. Man, wow, very, very traveling, very, wow, I did like 100K. God is my witness. The conversation did not last 10, it didn't even last 5 minutes. Send me your account. I was, what? What's going on here? I had to go to my wife.com. How come did you know that? She said something to me that I learned. She said that you don't know how your friends take you. I'm like, say you don't know how your friends take you. I'm like, seriously? So what am I saying? There's a goodwill and a rapport you must have with people, that when the day of reckoning comes, you don't have to knock 20 doors.
Yeah.
One door. But they don't judge you on that day. When I called the guy months later, when I returned the money to him, and I said, but how did you do this for me? He said, Oppress, you're a man of your word. Good or bad, you're a man of your word. You know, I took that. It's not me like 30 years. It's not me since you are really, we've been known, you know. But how many people can bank on us?
Yeah.
You know, so Moji, can you bank on me? Can I bank on you? Because in the West, it is credit systems, you know, application, there's credit files, credit score. In Africa, we don't have those structures. It's people speak about you. They say, well, my back, they show, back, show. That's how your word goes down. What is the value you have in society? What can you bank? Build it in such a way that you yourself are bankable. Mm-hmm. Am I bankable as a person? If I'm bankable, then also you must learn to not only are you bankable, one day you must bank it. Don't just die and say, okay, it's bankable. No, one day you must what? You must bank it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. So that's me, I think.
Wow.
So well done. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for, I have to say this. Many have watched this, everybody has one thing or the other to say, but not everybody that had something to say actually thought of what can I do to make it better? But you came in, and just thought, we need more light, we need this and that, and then you immediately, in fact, even say Jack Robinson, I saw light in my house. You brought the light yourself, not like you even posted it, brought it yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you for, thank you for being an inspiration. And we really, really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me
your
too.
Time.
God bless you.
Amen. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for your time. Thank you for taking our time to watch this. And I hope that you have learned one or two things from it. All right, till I see you again. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.